Alright, so I started my video and then I took a deep breath and then my cat's whole face took up this whole screen. So I was like, okay, good thing I paused. I want to discuss, and I do think I'm switching gears from like my experience and my diaries to channeled messages. And I'm going to try it out. But it's very hard for me to not share my own personal experience. So we'll see what happens. But I feel right now that you are really learning to trust your intuition. No matter what the outcome is of trusting your intuition, you realize that there is a lesson or a message or a realization or just some level of awareness. There's Bella. Some level of awareness that by following your intuition and talking to that random person that you meet at the grocery store or a group, or just interacting with someone because you're feeling pulled to do so, giving someone a compliment, buying a certain produce at the grocery store instead of something that you were planning on buying. Following your intuition in those ways, these small little ways, is allowing you to really trust yourself and to really validate yourself. So this is me talking about myself. As an example, I went to the grocery store today and I literally spent time and I didn't rush myself and I didn't allow the other people around me to make me feel like I needed to rush or feel like I was in the way, or if I was bumping into someone. Who cares, first of all? I used to care way too much. And I would just go in the grocery store, get overwhelmed, be overstimulated, buy a bunch of shit I didn't actually want or need or would eat, and then leave in a chaotic spree of worry and fear. So today, I've been doing this for a while, but today especially, I went in and I was like, I have a list in my brain and I'm going to intuitively grocery shop based on what I actually want, what I actually need. It's very helpful that I'm vegan now because my grocery bill is like half of what it used to be, and I just am so grateful for that these are the foods I'm craving, that my body is wanting, the nourishment that I want, because I was eating so poorly the last year and a half, really bad. Confirmation burp on that I have taken this step in my health journey. And I've eaten like this before, eaten healthy like this, but not in this specific way where things are just aligned. I used to just overbuy a lot of health food, waste a lot of it, let a lot of it expire, and everything's just got to flow for me with my food. I know exactly what to buy, which ingredients I like the most, what's good at the grocery store, which is also important. I love Aldi. I shop at Aldi the most. There's a few things I can't get there, but the El Milagro tortilla chips and tortillas are my favorite, and they are so reasonably priced there. Insanely, corn tortillas are 69 cents for a pack. It's crazy. And the chips are so good, and they're so expensive everywhere else, but they're so reasonable at Aldi. I love it. So I go into the grocery store. This is quite the tangent, but I am sorry. I go into the grocery store, and I just buy the things that I have been buying regularly. Every couple weeks I go. And I wanted a few other things that I didn't really have in my mental list. And I would just go down the aisle that would be in, and I'd be like, do I want or need tomato sauce, let's say. And if I heard a no in my clairaudience, in my head, or if I was leaning towards a no, this happened to me with the mushrooms. I was like, should I get the mushrooms? And I heard a no. I was like, okay, I'm not going to get the mushrooms, even though I really wanted the mushrooms, or I thought I did. Maybe I wasn't going to cook them. Maybe they were moldy and I didn't know it when I bought them. Maybe they weren't good mushrooms. Maybe they were mushy and gross. Like, there's so many factors as to why I didn't buy these mushrooms, but I just trusted that no. Because who knows? I could have bought them and they could have been fine. But for whatever reason, my body, my intuition was telling me to not get them. So I didn't. And I had pretty many ingredients. Like, I bought a giant cabbage, which is going to take up a lot of my time. I'm very excited, though, because I love making veggie broth. So I will use the pieces from the cabbage, like the core, as part of the veggie broth, which is very exciting for me. I love making veggie broth. If you want to know how to make veggie broth, hit me up. Email's in description. I would love to tell you. Maybe I'll tell you on a video. If someone actually comments here, like, yes, tell us how to make your veggie broth, I will do it. I will say it in my next video. But I don't want to keep babbling. So that's one thing of following my intuition. Knowing which grocery items to buy, because either I'm not going to eat them all. You know, it's easy to overbuy when you're at the grocery store. Everything is exciting. But this week, my theme is eating kale and soup and kale salad and smoothies. And, you know, there's just certain ingredients that I'm going to finish this week or in the next week. And then there's other ones that I wouldn't finish and I don't want stuff to go bad. I used to overbuy a lot. So this was very helpful. This is one example. Another example is talking to someone that you just met. I have been going to a group for meditation, and talking to someone led to some growth for myself and some motivation and validation on a project that I'm going to be working on, or I have been working on. It's a big project. It's a big uptake. It's a big undertaking, and it's going to take a lot of time and resources and people. And the more I talk about it out in public, if I feel called to talk to a certain person about it, the more connections I'm going to make. And the more likely I'm going to get it started sooner than later, which is what I keep saying, sooner than later. So, talk to that person that you meet. Give that compliment on the street to someone. Put that random item somewhere in your house. Maybe you're going to be doing something later and you're going to need that item, and it's just going to happen to be out and right there. Things just work out more. And you don't have to know why. You don't have to know why you're doing these things. Your higher self knows. Your higher self is setting you up for success. When you listen to them, whether it's a gut feeling in your stomach, a yes or no in your head, a thought, that is your higher self speaking to you, telling you what to do. We literally have, I keep getting the word blueprint. We have a blueprint in us. Our soul has a blueprint. And if we continue to fight it and not follow our intuition and not go with what we want and need, we're not following our blueprint. And if we don't follow our blueprint, it's just going to take a lot longer to get there, to get to our purpose, to get to where our soul is meant to be in this life. We'll still get there. It's just going to be a lot harder, a lot more difficult. So that is my first order of business here. And I apologize for Bella's whiskers and hairs, but I'm rolling with it because she's my baby and she's a part of my videos, and she likes to sit on this chair that I am propping my phone on. And, you know, it's her space, so I moved her a little bit, and this was as good as I could do. And all of these experiences with following your intuition, like let's say you follow your intuition and it leads to you making a perceived mistake, as I have stated before. That perceived mistake is actually a lesson that you needed to learn at this time, in this time and space, to learn a particular lesson. And that lesson is evolving your being. You are growing and evolving by learning this lesson. All mistakes are perceived, and if you just take them on the flip side, reverse them, get into a hanged man energy, a new perspective energy, then you'll see and notice that if I didn't have that interaction with someone, if I didn't follow my intuition and do that thing that led me to a mistake, I wouldn't have learned that lesson. And I would have kept doing stuff like that for a longer time. But once you have that awareness that that was your lesson and you grow from it, you can move on to the next thing. So it can kind of feel like your intuition is sometimes not correct because you made a mistake, but it was just part of your path. It was a part of what you were supposed to learn to get further along on your journey. These realizations we have through following our intuition from making these mistakes help us grow. And that's really it. And the more you grow, the more you trust yourself, the more you follow your intuition, the more abundance is going to come into your life, the more blessings, because you're facing these things that are inside of you. You're facing them head on. And once you stand in your power and you know exactly what you want in a situation, and you say what you need to say, you speak your truth, things are going to be easier. And maybe you won't make so many mistakes. But if you make a mistake, it's fine. Because you're just going by how you've always done something, and you're growing through that. And I think that is just beautiful. I'm being silly today. I have a lot of amusement. This human experience is giving me lots of amusement. Okay. Yes, I already spoke about that as well. Great. I got through all of my notes. Let's see if there's anything else. I just truly believe that... Oh, I know. If you... 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. When I was thinking that, I love that. Things are progressing. Things are moving forward. Things are exactly how they need to be right now. Stuff is happening in divine timing. There are things going on in the background that you're not even aware of. The universe is conspiring in your favor. And even when you... Oh, there's something else. Crap. When you follow your intuition, I'm really getting like more throat chakra stuff here. Speaking what you want to speak when you need to speak it. If something comes to your head and you think, oh, I shouldn't say that, they might not take that well, they might blah, 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 just say it. Just do it, because it might be a message that that person needs to hear right now. It might be something that they are working on. It doesn't matter how they react. It doesn't matter if they get mad at you. It doesn't matter if you trigger them. It doesn't matter if they think you're being, I'm getting a lot of manipulation lately. Like people think of other people manipulating them because of past hurts they've been through, because of past relationships, because of past conversations. And they are getting triggered because they don't know how to trust themselves and they aren't sure about trusting others. So just have these conversations. No matter how difficult it might be to speak your truth to someone, it's time. It's time. And however they respond might be something that you need to hear, and maybe something that you hadn't thought about because you're just thinking your own thoughts and your own experience. But then you have this whole different perspective because of someone else's response to what you said. And I'm just really learning about this right now. You're in this place of being in a confident stance, stepping into your power, balancing your energies of divine masculine and feminine, and just harnessing that and knowing that you are a powerful being. And anything that is happening to you right now is happening for you, because this is part of the process. And this divine timing, this conspiring in your favor behind the scenes, the more of these little lessons and mistakes and awareness and stepping out of your comfort zone and speaking your truth and following your intuition, the more you do this, the more you trust yourself. And I don't know why my eyes got so wide. Trust yourself. It's just going to bring in more fresh, new energy. You're leaving behind old patterns, old ways of being, an old identity. I'm really in this process of letting go of my current, like I think I said this in the last video, my name. I am going to be changing my name. I just have that intuition about it. And someone else wanted to give me a nickname, and it really turned on the light bulb. And there are many versions of us, and we may want to hold on to those versions for as long as we can. I haven't really been able to sit with Beck as long as I wanted to. They have really served me in so many ways, but whatever. And I might not change my name right away. I might still be going by Beck, but some of it is just not resonating anymore. So I feel like it is going to be happening soon for me. And it's just about me stepping into a truer version of myself, which I have done a few times over the past couple years. I went from a certain version to a new version to a new version, and we're constantly changing and evolving, but I also feel like they're kind of chapters for me. The names are like chapters. And then the different growths are like the pages within those chapters. Because I shift my energy all the time. And the new people that come into my life that are an energetic match, we keep growing and evolving and ascending. And they're more resonant than ever, which is great. So, yeah, this was definitely a combo. I still talked about myself a lot, but overall, I feel that this message of following your intuition is just super important right now. We're very much so in this energy with Capricorn season in full swing. So just trust yourself. Trust yourself as much as you possibly can. It's only going to get better, and it's only going to lead to more newness. And that's my message for today. Let's see. If you would like some coaching, spiritual life coaching, I am really wanting to help people find their purpose here on earth, or at least get an idea of what it is in the time that we work together. I just see so much growth and expansion in so many people around me, and they haven't even cracked the surface of who they really are. So if you are interested in really finding out your authenticity, diving deep, being your true identity, and leading to your true purpose on this earth, like what you're here and meant to do, please click on my link in the description and book a consultation. I have changed it to a 90-minute consultation because I want to just fully discuss everything, kind of lay out how everything's going to go. And then once you get to the end, we can talk about how many sessions I recommend and how much that will cost and so on. So hit me up. I would love to work with you if you are feeling like you want to expand and grow and be more authentic and really start listening to the messages that you are receiving and trust yourself. I'm here to help. All right, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I would love to see a pink heart, and I would also appreciate a like, comment, share, or subscribe, or all four. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.